This is my third take on it. Doing this because I can't seem to get the story straight. So, the storyline. Doing this in the style of Dan. Um, he likes to do it in the dark, and I'm exhausted. So, I figured, what the hell? Um, in the beginning of this movie, Ray Charles is a bad guy running away from a cop, and the cop ends up shooting him in the leg, and Ray Charles waves down his getaway van, and the guy takes off. So Ray Charles ends up going to a toy store and gets shot by the cop in the chest. Runs up to the front of the store, and these good guys dolls a display of them. He tumbles over it, and then he does a prayer and gets himself inside of the doll. While he's doing that prayer, Indiana Jones lightning is happening, and the store blows up. Somehow the cop's okay, even though the store blows up, because he's inside. And so Chucky's in the doll. Some homeless guy found this doll, even though the doll was out of the packaging when he blew the whole place up and entered the doll. The good guy's doll. Somehow, this homeless guy gets it in a box and sells it to Andy's mom, who didn't get it for his birthday because the Chucky's doll, the good guy's doll, was just too expensive. So mom gets it for cheap out back of her work, and her boss tells her she has to stay late. So she has her good friend watching Andy. The very first night that it's that night that Andy has the doll. Chucky comes alive, watches TV on his own, gets Andy to do a couple weird things, and then Chucky ends up killing the babysitter. Cops come, babysitter thinks it's the babysitter, and the cop thinks it's Chucky. Sorry, I'm so tired. Thinks it's Andy, and you know, Andy tries to explain, hey, yo, it's Chucky that's doing this. So Chucky ends up killing his partner in crime because he swore before he entered the doll, before he died, that he was going to kill the cop and his partner that left him there. Chucky ends up killing his partner. Cops don't believe mom or Andy, that Chucky is alive and killing people. The original cop is the detective in the babysitter murder, and he ends up half believing mom. Chucky attacks him in a car, and then he fully believes that Chucky's alive. Some stuff happens, blah, blah, blah. Chucky tries to enter the kid because he's told by his original voodoo guy that he can enter the kid and get out of the doll's body. So Chucky goes to the original house, the apartment, tries to enter the kid with the same prayer that he was doing in the beginning of the movie. Cop and mom show up. Chucky fights the cop, fights mom, fights Andy. Second cop shows up for backup, and at this time he's like giving them a hard time because Chucky burned what they thought burned to death because the mom and Andy set him on fire, and the doll's not dead, even though he looks dead. No head, no arms, one of his legs is shot off, and out of nowhere, Chucky comes out of the vent and grabs the second cop by the throat. And at that time, somehow got Chucky off. He like threw him off, and then the original cop shoots Chucky in the heart, who mom found out from the voodoo guy that shooting Chucky in the heart was the only way to kill him. Blood splatters. Kid is looking at Chucky as Andy's looking at Chucky as he's leaving the bedroom after the cop is pretty certain that he killed Chucky. Andy's staring Chucky's head in the face. He's got one eyeball left from being burned, and the door doesn't shut on their way out of the room, so that way you know there's a second one coming. This movie has a ton of nostalgia for me, man. Like, this was one of the first movies that really scared the shit out of me. It's a classic slasher. There are tropes in it, like watching a horror movie inside of the movie. No sex or anything, but innocent women being attacked. I'm sure there's more, but I'm too tired to think of it. Because of the nostalgia, it already has a good rating with me. But I do think it was a visionary film. I mean, a friggin' doll came to life, started killing people. It's just a very unique concept, and as far as I know, there's no other movie quite like it, or like it at all. So, 1998, Child's Play. I'm gonna give it an 8. And I don't want to give it a 9 because that's a really good movie, a 9. And I'm certain that there are better movies out there, but I really like this movie. I love this movie. Brings me back to my childhood. It had some really good jump scares in it, like when Chucky comes alive in Mom's hands. He's like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you, bitch," as she first tries to burn him. And the camera angles, like when Chucky's running around, but it's the camera really low to the ground and kind of wobbling as if Chucky was running or walking, gave you the feeling that you are the doll, you are Chucky in those moments. So I thought that was really cool. The little boy that plays Andy, he did an awesome job. Everyone, good actors, it was perfect. So I'm talking myself up. Yeah, 8.5, because I love this movie, always will. Perfect movie to watch on VHS. I have a great copy of it. Stoked. 8.5 stars. Child's Play, 1988. And until next time, Cellar Dwellers, peace.